I feel like this lighting is kind of like, I don't know how to feel about it. That's why I've been like doing the past few videos like over there, like next to the shelf, because I love the lighting over there, but I wanted a change in scenery. Okay, guys, first things first, I got some Starbucks. And before you get on my ass about it, I didn't get the caramel drizzle, and I didn't get my usual order. So I think there's a little bit less sugar in here. There is less sugar in here. But this is a pumpkin spice latte iced with oat milk and salted caramel cream cold foam. This is my first time trying the pumpkin spice latte actually. I remember last fall I tried the pumpkin cold brew, hated it. I thought it was the most disgusting beverage I had ever drank in my entire life. I was like, how can people enjoy this? But yeah, last fall I wasn't that into Starbucks because I was still kind of like toe dipping into it because my ex was like they were the ones that introduced me to it, or like kind of got me into it, if you will, and my default order was just the iced caramel macchiato. But I have graduated from that and now I am trying new things. But yeah, I like it. It's a little bit bitter, I will say. I feel like, but like I think that whenever you get a Starbucks drink or when you order anywhere, honestly, like any fast food chain or any place, like you kind of have to get it a few times before you kind of get a grasp on whether or not you really, really like it. But I say like that first time you can kind of get an accurate gauge on whether or not you like it. But the reason I say that is because like it really depends on the barista that makes it, and it really depends on like who like makes it for you, because obviously everyone makes it a little bit differently. And I would know that because I used to work at like fast food and I used to have to make iced coffees, and I made my iced coffees good, okay, don't play with me. But everyone else, like they just like, I don't know, like I feel like a lot of people when they work fast food, they don't really understand that what they are making somebody has paid money for and they are about to consume it, and it should be an enjoyable product, you know? I don't know. Anyways, but yeah, I just I like it. It has a little bit less sugar because I didn't get the caramel drizzle, and I feel like just by the taste it's not as sweet as my default order. But anyways, today I just kind of wanted to banter a little bit and participate in some harmless gossip. But do you see Lotso back there? I think he should join us. Look at him. Sorry, I was posing for a thumbnail. He'll sit right here. He'll be watching over us. But yeah, I kind of just like wanted to like spill some tea, but it's not like anything like crazy, you know? It's more about like my personal life and some things that I feel kind of delusional about. But to kind of ease us into it, I just like, I don't know, you guys, like this Mercury retrograde is kind of messing with me because it's going through my 10th house, and I don't know. I feel like September is going to be a really good month. I Last September was literally horrible. I still, let me get my diary from that time actually because I really want to show, like tell you guys. Here it is. This is a diary I kept last year around this time. Ooh, okay. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I remember a specific entry. Literally September 24th, 2022. I said, I'm a motherfucking train wreck. Oh my gosh. And I put it in quotes because it was an Ariana Granola song quote. Let me see. This is when I was working at McDonald's. Oh my gosh. August 27th. I skipped a few days actually. Okay, the last entry I did for last August was on the 28th. I'm gonna just redo it because I'm kind of curious. It says, today was a pretty straightforward and easy day, if I'm being honest. Nothing was really negative about it. It was my last day of work for name, because I'm not gonna say names. That's like, and then it's been scary to think about how I'm really leaving this job. This is when I was quitting. I don't know what's going to happen. All I know is that it's for my own good. I only know that I'm sick of this job and I want something else. My brother, I put his name, but called me and we talked for about an hour and it was really grounding. I can tell he believes in me like all the other people I care about, and that means so much to me. He called me also because mom is coming back this Wednesday, ironically the same day that I'm finished with McDonald's. It's a mess I don't really feel like describing. I want to listen to Cry Your Heart Out, and just thinking about the song reminds me of such a dark time of my life. And I'm triggered because X's name is so supportive towards me, and I'm so scared he'll mess me up like all the others because I know I am catching the feels. He did mess you up. This is such a turbulent and impatient stage of my life. Good old times. Lately, I've been so into the iced caramel macchiato at Starbucks with extra drizzle on the cup. So good. They got me into it. Also, what is this? Learned that this one girl works there. It was so sweet seeing her. I just want to slow down and unwind, remember how amazing I am and how nice it can be out here, because stressing has never done me any good. Honestly, I feel like that like really did kind of like segue. So basically, retrograde season is starting, as you guys know, and I just like I've been thinking about it a lot lately, especially like this morning, because I really want to handle this retrograde season a lot more differently, excuse me, than I did last year. I feel like last year, excuse me, oh my gosh, I just like I took a lot of time, or I didn't take enough time to really kind of get a gauge on the situation, and I feel like I don't know, like I really overworked myself last summer, and you could like tell, I don't know, like my skin was way worse. Like this, like yeah, like this is like kind of not a vibe, but like it was so much worse. Like, it was like my whole face, like my forehead, so bad. And I was stressed out, I was really irritable, and I was mean because I was like always like agitated and very tense, and I feel like I've been ruminating about that era of my life a lot, simply because a lot of things have been reminding me of that era of my life, and it really kind of like triggers me when it comes up. But like at the same time, that's kind of like it kind of calms me down because I know that I'm still healing, and I feel very liberated knowing that I am still healing. I'm allowed to take as much time to heal as I want, but I didn't know that last summer, and it's crazy to think how much time has passed and how like I get deja vu from this weather, are you guys like that too? Like whenever the weather just starts acting a specific way, it just like reminds you of another era of your life, That is so me right now. Like this weather kind of like it kind of scares me, It kind of reminds me, because I remember last September, that's when I broke up with my ex the second time around. And I remember I had this little routine where I would wake up, I'd walk outside and go for like a 20-minute walk, come back, go to Starbucks, and I would like come home, film an ASMR video, because I did ASMR at the time on my channel, but then I switched to tarot in like October. But I'm sure you guys can tell that like it still kind of like hurts me, and it still kind of like brings up really bad memories. But at the same time, like I do feel a little bit of fight in me, and I do feel the need to prove that it's not like that anymore, And I feel like it's one of those things where it's like, this is such a weird analogy, but when you like go to a beach or like a pool and the water is like super cold, and you just like slowly ease into it and it's like really uncomfortable, and like there's always that moment where you have to completely submerge yourself and freeze for like 0.3 seconds, and then you just immediately adjust. I feel like that's what's going on right now. I feel like I'm easing back into this era of my, or like this new era of my life, and I'm really scared, honestly. Like truly, I'm very scared. But at the same time, I know that it's not as bad as it was last year. It will never be that bad because I'm stronger than I was back then. Also, I didn't know what my hair was doing. It was like doing this in the car, and I thought it was like really cute. Like I feel like, I don't know, like do you get what I'm saying? Like this looks so cute. Like, I look really Korean when I do this. I'm gonna keep it like this. Okay, maybe not. I don't know. You're gonna see me messing with it a lot. But I just like, I feel like I've tried expressing how I felt about last fall slash late summer slash early winter. And I feel like every time I express it, no one quite understands what a difficult time of my life that was for me and how much it actually left a very deep cut. You know, I don't feel like people understand it. And I feel like it's one of those things where it's like, it would seriously feel like it takes another one of me to understand and make me feel seen. And I also think that this coffee is making me a little bit anxious, but it's fine. I just like, I just, I remember last time I felt so stuck and I felt really lost and I felt very like hurt. That's like the best way to say it. I felt betrayed and I felt like this world didn't need me. I felt like I didn't belong anywhere and I just felt like lost. I don't know how to describe it. And not to like get in my feels about it, but like it really did hurt, you know? And I feel like thinking about it now, I just get really emotional because like when I tell you guys I'm grateful, it's genuinely because like it's crazy to think that like right now I'm living such a significantly more comfortable and amazing life that I just feel better about. It's not perfect by any means. There are still things that I'm very stressed about. You guys, I got called in for jury duty and I didn't go because I completely forgot about it. And I didn't excuse myself. So I'm kind of hoping that like it got canceled. I think it did because I only got one piece of thing in the mail and it didn't even get sent to the right address. And I didn't get anything else, you know, I didn't get another notification, I didn't get an email, I didn't get a text, I didn't get anything. So I'm praying to everything, whatever is out there, that I do not get in trouble. If I do, it's whatever, it's out of my control at this point, but I'm just saying that was something else. But anyways, you know, it's just like, my point is that like my life isn't perfect right now, but it is significantly better than it was last summer around this time, exactly around this time. And for that alone, there is not much more that I could ask for, honestly. I just don't know. I'm just so, I'm a spoiled brat, honestly. Like I'm really proud of myself for pulling through, and I really wish I could like talk to me from this time last year. But yeah. Anyways. I remember I was listening to this song around this time last year. It was called Memory Box by Peter Cat Recording Co. I gatekeep this band so hard. So if you listen to them and you like them, like please gatekeep them with me. But like at the same time, like they deserve more exposure, but like I don't know. I feel like every time like an artist or something gets famous, like they always turn out to be like scum or they turn like, you know what I mean? Like it's just so annoying. Like Doja Cat and like Lizzo. Lizzo is horrible. I cannot believe that happened, you guys. Seriously, when I found out about Lizzo being as bad as she is, I was so hurt. I was like, dude, Juice by Lizzo is literally my theme song. Now I literally can't get myself to listen to it. And it's not because like I just can't. Like every time I listen to the song now, I just think of all the things she did. And I'm like, I cannot listen to this. Like until like the dancers and all of those people that got done incorrectly by her come out and say that it's fine if you listen to her music, I will not be able to listen to her music. You know, Doja Cat too, but like I feel like Doja Cat's like a little bit different because it's not like she did something like, well, she is kind of problematic, but like it's not like she did something that's like you should go to jail for. I don't know. She just did them, at least from what I know, she just did some things that are a little bit morally questionable. And I'm not gonna lie, Paint the Town Red isn't even that bad of a song, but it's just like if we're going to talk about the circumstances, it's not as good as she was making it out to be. Let's be real here. But it's a good song. I like it. And yeah, I've been listening to Kiss Me more because I just can't. I just need that song in my life. But anyways, that song Memory Box by Peter Cat Recording Co. I love that song. And it truly set the tone for what I want in so many different ways, because from my understanding and what I've read, the song is like, it's basically about somebody who is floating and somebody who lacks structure in their life, because one of the lyrics is tie me down, I am dangling. And like, I just like, it's this idea of catching feelings for someone and hoping that that person can bring structure to your life and bring similarity, bring a sense of stability, not because they're doing something, but because you guys feel the same way about each other, and that you truly, for once in your life, aren't alone. You know, you aren't alone in something because one other person feels the same way that you do. You know, it's like mutual. And I feel like it's just like an exaltation advent of somebody sharing feelings of another person, and that alone bringing structure to your life. Because I just feel like you can try to bring structure into your life, but it's not quite the same as you feel like bringing structure into your life. You know, someone can bring structure into their life, but it's not quite the same as when they do it when they feel like doing it. You know, there's a difference between doing something because you need to and because you want to and because you have to, and feeling like doing it. You know what I mean? And like, I just feel like that it's just like such a beautiful metaphor to me, because I feel like if you're going to apply it in today's standards, I do think that it kind of smells like codependency. But honestly, like, I just like, I don't like it. I don't like when people constantly have to dismiss things or like label things, or like, because I just feel like with the way that we have designed our lives, it's just like, it's impossible to not, it's impossible to be perfect, or to not at least be a little bit neurodivergent, you know? And I feel like this is a very touchy topic, but like, basically what I'm trying to say is that like, I'm literally recording on a phone right now, and I'm in a house with this flat screen TV. Like, this was not the life that I was intended to live as my species. I'm wearing glasses, I'm wearing earrings, I'm wearing a bracelet, I'm wearing a shirt. Like, this isn't how our lives were intended to be, you know, as when we were created as a species, or when we came to be. Excuse me. And as a result, I just feel like I don't really see neurodivergency as like a hindrance, as some people would say, but more so I see it as our bodies compensating for the excess amount of stimulation that we have exposed ourselves to, you know? And obviously, like, neurodivergence is a natural thing, you know, because we see it in other animals and we see it in other species. But like, my point is that like, I just feel like on top of the, like, I don't know, like, it's very gray. I'm no psychologist, I'm no therapist, I'm no, you know, I'm no expert at this, I don't have a degree or nothing. But like, in my personal philosophy and what I see it as, it's just our bodies adapting and accommodating to this crazy artificial world that we have created for ourselves, you know? Because it's like, we still brought all of our natural instincts with us, but I feel like we lose sight of them all the time because we are so obsessed with differentiating ourselves and creating a safer environment for ourselves, because, you know, it's just like, we've locked nature outside, you know? And I feel like the more we go back to our natural roots, and the more that we kind of admit what we are, at least, the better off we are, you know? At least in my case, you know? I don't know. That's just like my take on it. I wasn't even intending to like go off tangent like that, but I don't know. And also, like, just back to that song, like, that song really makes me happy. And I know that, like, if I ever get into a relationship again, or even with just friends, like, I hope to bring something to the table, but I was thinking about this too, because the other day I did all my friends' horoscopes. I do all my friends' horoscopes. Like I get in the Discord and I literally type out like a giant book of everyone's horoscope and different transits every once in a while. And I just felt very underappreciated, you know? And I told my friend about it and she's like, no, like when you're not around, trust me when I say we talk about how much we love your astrology lore so much. And but it's just like in that moment before I knew that, I felt very underappreciated. And it kind of sent me into a spiral because like sometimes I feel like all I am is what I bring to the table. Sometimes I feel like all I am is the empath or like the sensitive person or like the listener, the tarot reader, the astrology person, or the funny person. It feels like sometimes I feel like I'm not even wanted around just because I'm me. Like I feel like sometimes I'm like, it never feels like someone wants me around, even if I'm silent, even if I'm having a bad day, even if I'm not in the mood, simply because somebody just wants to be around me. Not a lot of the time do I actually feel like I'm wanted, or like I feel like my presence is truly wanted just for the sake of my presence. I don't know. And I know that's not the case. I know that's not true, but I can't help but feel that sometimes. If I could change that feeling, I would. But yeah. And then I do want to gossip a little bit because I have these friends and they live in LA. There's about a few of them, maybe like 4 or 5 of them. I live like 2 hours away from LA. And okay, guys, I need to ask you a serious question. If someone drove 2 hours to come see you, and then even when they got down to see you, you were like, they drove you around, would you give them gas money? And it's like, I feel like gas money has become like a very taboo topic all of a sudden, or I feel like it's become a lot more like, I don't know why people like, it's just, gas isn't cheap, you guys. Like, I don't know, like, I never ask for gas money, especially if I'm the one that's like, let's hang out. I feel like it's kind of tacky to be like, hey, like, do you want to hang out? I'll drive. And then like you like ask them for gas money. That's like weird. That's like asking someone, do you want Starbucks? And then you like make them pay. Like, what do you mean? But and I just like, I drove down to see these people and they didn't give me gas money, even though I like used up my whole tank and stuff like that. And listen, it doesn't bother me, but like, we've also they've never initiated a hangout. I'm always the one to drive down there and just randomly visit them, because like one of them like works in the mall, and then I see them and then I'm like, oh hey, and then we like hang out. Like I hate that. Like I don't like when for people it takes seeing me or it takes realizing something or like needing something from me before they are like, oh, like we haven't hung out in a while. I had this one friend and we hadn't talked for like months, and I remember I even texted her like once or twice and they didn't even respond to me. And then one day they were all texting me, they were like, Justin, I need a tarot reading. And I was like, and they were like, and plus we haven't talked in a while. And I was like, it took needing me to realize that. And they were like, well, yeah. And then I told them again, it took needing me to realize that. Sorry if you heard my stomach. And then they were like, oh, never mind. And then they like, because I embarrassed them, because that's embarrassing. I'm not a charity case. If you want a reading, go buy one from another person if you need one that badly, to where you just like reach out to somebody that you have completely neglected. I'm like really tired of that. And I've let go a lot of people because of that, because there are so many times where I have realized that someone needs me way more than I need them. They have offered me nothing, and I don't expect you to offer me anything, but it's like when you aren't even meeting my most basic needs as a human being and you're out here like coming and going whenever you want, like stop. Like there is billions of people, there are plenty of other people that will let you exploit them like that, and I'm just not the one anymore. I'm not in the mood. And like I feel like I'm going about this in a way that's like, yeah, like you go girl, like you tell them. It hurts. It just hurts. And it's very disappointing to see people act like that, you know? And yeah, like I just feel like these friends, like they're just like very okay, if you live in LA, you know that like making friends down there is like a joke. It is making friends in LA is literally a joke. Everyone down there, like it is a joke. I just don't like making friends in LA. I don't like people that live in LA for the most part. I find them to be flaky, inconsistent, and at their worst, they're pretentious and they are shallow and very superficial, which there's nothing wrong with that. But there are times where like I just need more than that. You know, I don't consider myself a superficial person. I feel like I put a lot of thought into things. And so like I just like I hate making friends in LA, dude. Like I seriously I remember I was watching this video and they were basically like people in LA, it's like a sunny place for shady people, and that is so real. Like you can really tell that a lot of people like it's like networking down there. Like I feel like friendships are like monetized and like how do you say it? Like they're like business oriented down there, you know, like people some people just truly do want to be friends with you just because they want to get somewhere, you know, or they want to get into a room. Like I remember when I was on dating apps, a lot of people like that I matched with would work at like Disneyland or stuff, or like they would work certain places, you know, and they'd be like, "Are you sure you don't want to like be with me just because I like have the Disneyland pass because I work at Disneyland?" And I'm like, that is so like that's so like pretentious, and like if that's what you want, then go to Disneyland and go be friends with one of the cast members, you know? It's just like that's stupid. But like looking at it now, I am like realizing that a lot of people around that area are very like superficial, and it's like not all, you know, but the people who aren't tend to stay out of the way and hide in plain sight, and like because of that, like it's just hard to find them. But I do think that if you weed them out, you will find one or two, you know. Like even if you go near like Fontana and like Ontario, like Pasadena, people are still very superficial around there. They have like that Los Angeles syndrome, you know? Even where I live, people from LA move up here, and it's just like girl, you know? And I don't mean to hate on these people, but like for me, in my experience, giving these people the light of day, they will exploit you for everything, and like your whole net worth will go down. And it's not a vibe. And Mars is going through my 11th house right now because I'm a Sagittarius rising. So Mars is in Libra right now. This is actually my Mars return, you guys. And yeah, Mars is in my, I have Libra in the 11th house, and the South Node is also going through my 11th house. And I can totally see how I'm about to drop friends or I'm about to let go of people. Because, like, truthfully, I have found some people up here that I met recently. I told you guys about them in the past few videos, but seriously, I love them so much. And even if our time is fleeting, I love them, and they have made me feel so welcome and as if though I truly am like a precious commodity. And I just appreciate them so much. Even if like our time is fleeting, like I said, even if we don't end up being friends to the end, which I'm hoping that we are, like honestly, but they're just so like they're just such good people. They're so sweet and they're so down to earth, and they truly bring something to the table with their presence alone. You know, it's not like they offer something, but it's more so like them as people bring something to the table that like you truly, excuse me, can't find anywhere else. They're just so respectful. They're funny. They listen to me. They appreciate me. They celebrate me, and I celebrate them and appreciate them. You know, this is really what I wanted in a friend group. And I totally just, I feel so good about it. You know, I feel so good about the fact that I have made friends that I consistently hang out with, consistently talk to me first. And I consistently talk to them first, you know, and like, you know, and I love that. I feel like I fit right in with them. They're always inviting me, they're always like talking to me, and I don't know. I hate to like, I don't know, like I don't want to jinx it, and I don't want like, but like genuinely, Like, I just feel like it's one of those things where I'm so sure of it that, like, I just know that, like, no matter how much, like, bad vibes I get from outside of the relationship, I just know nothing will happen because I really care about them. And I know that, like, I will do what it takes to make sure that they stay in my life as long as possible. Yeah. Also, you guys, I have some boiling hot tea. So, I bought a reading from Keen. I love Keen. Sorry, my stomach keeps growling. It's this. So, I bought a reading from Keen. And my supervisor, or advisor, that's what you call it, advisor's name was Alexandra. I forgot. I think it was like Alexandra William. I don't know. She was super nice. And I thought it was so sweet because, like, last time I talked to her was last summer around this time. And I was asking her about my ex. And then this summer I talked to her again. It was like a few days ago. And she asked about my ex. And I thought it was so sweet that she remembered. Like, maybe, like, the chat showed her. But, like, still, the fact that she, like, asked, you know? I thought that was really sweet. And I don't know. I just, like, really appreciated that. And she was like, I asked her about one of this friend that I don't really know if they're my friend, but it's just someone I met. I was like, I asked her about it, and she was like, I can see strong feelings that they have for you, or like they are very attracted to you, and you will see evidence of this in mid-September. I'll keep y'all updated. And I didn't ask about this person, but like I wish I would have. So I have this neighbor. And like, do you ever like, okay, maybe I'm being delusional. If I'm being delusional, just play along, okay? It's like, it's not even like anything's gonna happen. I have this neighbor and he parallel parks on our side of the street. So he like parallel parks like next to mine. So like, here's the driveway. This is the street. Okay, this is the street. This is my, like our driveway. He parks like right here. Like he parks like right here. So like, I don't know how to describe it. Like, I don't know. So he's basically right next to me. And like every time I see him, like I swear, he like stares at me. And like maybe it's because I have an Aquarius third house and my neighbors, I'll probably think I'm weird because like they're just like, who is this Asian person? You know, like, you know, because I'm like the only Asian person on this entire block. And so like I definitely, and I'm the only one, you know, like my parents aren't here. So they're like, where are his parents, you know? But I'll be feeling some sort of way about it. I don't know. Like I just like, I don't know what to think of it. Because last early summer, it was around like maybe somewhere between March through like May, I had this other neighbor and he was on my right side. And I had no idea, but like he came on to me, you guys. This was crazy. This had never happened to me before. It kind of made me realize, like, I don't even know what it made me realize, but he came on to me and we ended up like hooking up. I was shocked, okay? It wasn't good by any means, but we hooked up on his roof and he was also like twice my age. Thank God I was legal, okay? I was 19, but he was like twice my age. He was like 40, okay? Don't tell anyone. Or like, the reason I'm saying that is because like I feel like not a lot of people like watch this far into the video, but I'm just saying, okay? I'm just saying. It was crazy. Like, okay. Let me be real with you. I do think that last spring and last summer, I was like kind of being, I really was like going around because honestly, I don't feel like I did that because it was fun or because I wanted to, but I more so did it because I felt damaged and I felt like, I do believe that like for me, like, you know, like intercourse, as we'll call it, is like another means of like coping or like a distraction, you know? I feel like it's like the same as like shopping, it's the same as like escapism to me. It's the same vibes. And after being R-worded in December of 2021, I feel like the first half of 2022, I was trying to cope with that or like redeem myself or like try to heal that wound unknowingly by like going around, you know? So I feel like that story that I just told you, it comes off as like, wow, that's so wild and fun. But honestly, like, the origin of it is really that I was very damaged and I was trying to heal. It still is a fun story to tell, but I really do feel like those days are over for me, because like I literally haven't done anything with anyone in like a year now, and like I just like don't know if I ever want to for a while. But yeah, I don't know, like that's just my take on it. And yeah, I don't know, but like basically like that neighbor, like I wonder if like, you know what I mean? Like I don't mean to be crazy or delusional about it, but like there's just times where like you know, like you just know, and there's no way, okay? I'm not crazy. I'm not dumb, okay? Especially after my previous experiences. So tell me what y'all think, you know? And I know only like one or two of you is going to comment, and then I know, I don't know what your pronouns are, but your name starts with an E, and I don't know if you'd be okay with me, but like you like comment a lot, so it's like E, like Adele, I think. I don't know. But hi, I just want to let you know that I've been thinking about you a lot, because every time I post videos, like you're like always commenting, and like not all the time do I respond, but like I do read them, and I love you and you make me happy, and I love talking to you, and I'm glad that like we're like friends. I don't know, I consider you my friend. But anyways, I don't know, anyone that comments, like just know that like you guys, like I consider all you guys my friends. Like seriously, like you guys are literally like my besties. I love you guys, and you guys listen to me and I listen to you. It's just like, I don't know. Yeah. I feel like there's more that I want to talk about, because like I want to keep going, you know, like I'm like in the mood, but I'm not really sure what else to talk about. I did want to show you this. I got this gift from my friend, and we haven't really talked, so I haven't been able to give it to them, and I might just keep it, honestly. But I got her like this Gudetama plushie, because I thought this was so cute, because it's like a ramen bowl, like please. And then I got her these. These are like, would these be crocheted like flowers? Because it was like, they look like her birth flowers. I don't know what kind of flower this is. Anyways, I don't know what these are. They look like, I don't know. I don't know what they look like, honestly. I need to get better with flowers. And oh, also, so these candles, oh my gosh, I need to get more of these. I collect these. I'm sure you guys know that, because, or like maybe if you don't, but like I collect these. Let me go off tangent real quick. So there's like 2 more scents that I really want to get. I have 6 so far, but I want like 2 more. So the ones that I have: strawberry and cream, flower shop, baked apple pie, forest pine, blueberry muffin, and chocolate dipped strawberries. But there's one more that I want to get. It's called berry berry, and then another one called pear tart. But I don't know, like I don't know about you guys, but I've been like getting a bunch of things from like my childhood, and I find that the more I get them, the more it like heals my inner child. So here's something that I also got. It's this book, and it's called Ginger Bear. I don't really like this because it's clearly from like a library, and it has like all these like little stickers on it, but like it's whatever. It was only like a few bucks on eBay. But like I just love the art style, and I remember when I was little, I used to go to the library and check this book out all the time. The gingerbread books, like the Gingerbread Man, like all of those, literally my favorite. Love them so much. They are literally my childhood. I remember this particular picture made me super hungry, just because like I thought it was super cool. Like I don't know, like the art style is just so like, it's just so distinct. There we go. This too, like the frosting, girl, makes me want to eat gingerbread. Which, by the way, I actually really like gingerbread. I didn't think I would, but I really do. And then I have more jewelry coming in. I'll show you guys when it comes in. And then I have another astrology deck coming in. It's called Astral OG deck. And I really wanted that deck for a while, and I'm glad I finally got it, because I feel like it will do super well in my videos. But yeah, there's like, I'd say like 3, 4, 5 more decks that I want to get. Oh my gosh, you guys, material girl. But I don't know. And yeah, I feel like that's almost all that I want to say. Almost, that's like all I want to say. But I'm very glad this video went the way that it did, because I feel like I didn't know what I was gonna say, but like I ended up knowing exactly what I needed to say. So I just hope you guys are doing well. I know that like, especially like the cardinal signs are like Libra, Cancer, Capricorn, and Aries are going through right now, especially Capricorn and Cancers. Y'all going through the rakes right now. What is going on with y'all? My bestie is a Capricorn, and she seriously was going through everything under the sun like these past few days, and it really hurt me because I love her so much. And I was on the phone with her, and she was like crying, and it broke my heart. Like, she never cries. She's like a triple Earth big three. So like she has so much earth in her chart. She has like no water. The only water she has is like in her outer planets. So she's like not as emotional as I am. But when she cries, it literally breaks my heart. Like, I don't know, like I'm just so glad that she's like doing better right now, and that she's like not in the state of mind that she was a few days ago. And I'm just so grateful. And if you guys can, like, please do send her like her positive vibes, because like, or like, you know, like I don't know how to say it. Like, I feel like sending positive vibes is just like, you know, but like set those good intentions with me, you know, that like she'll be okay, and that she will really get the hang of things, and everyone around her will be nicer to her, because I seriously can't stand to see her like hurt so much. I seriously just want her to feel happier, and I want her life to be better. I know that it will, because she's a Capricorn. So like I just know that, like, and like honestly for me too, like I'm a Scorpio. So, and I just feel like Capricorn and Scorpios, like they don't really have like a decent life that they feel exalted and comfortable in until like their 30s. But I don't know, that's just my take on it. I feel like when I'm like 30 something, like my life will be like perfect. But I feel like for now, it's just continuing to be a work in progress. But yeah. And yeah, I haven't done that much shopping lately because I've been really going in on the jewelry, you guys. I asked the advisor if it was okay if I continue to buy these things, and she was like, yeah, it's fine. Just like, you know, like sometimes say no to yourself. I only said no to myself a few times. But yeah. Anyways, I hope you guys are doing well. Like I said, I love you so much, and thank you for listening to me, and I look forward to your comments, especially you know who I'm talking about. But yeah, see you later.